Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner. We're going to have another playthrough of Space Hulk Ascension, playing the Hammer and Anvil campaign with the Ultramarine chapter. And we have some leveling up to do from the last mission, so let's go ahead and get into that. So we have attributes to assign. So, with this guy, I think I'm just going to give him a point of toughness and save the other points. Let's see, equipment-wise, if he can change. Okay, he can get a motion detector. That's new. Looks like it increases his perception range, so we'll give him that to try it out. And let's just double check loadout. Doesn't appear anything different yet. So move on to the next guy, which is our heavy, and it looks like we can get something different here. Looks like a chain fist. I'm not seeing an apparent difference in the stats, but if I remember correctly, the chain fists allow you to get through doors better, so we'll go ahead and equip that. Doesn't look like, yeah, it looks like we have to be level 5 for that, and we just leveled up to level 3, so not quite there, and level 4 there. So let's give him his attributes. I think for this we're going to give him agility, so he's a little bit more movement points. Let's move on to our next guy, which is, okay, let's look at our equipment. Looks like we have the last, excuse me, we have the same choice as we had before, which is a proximity mine. We're going to go ahead and select that until we get kind of a feel for how that works. And attributes-wise, I think we'll do the same, give him an agility point. And with Fabius, which was our last guy, I forgot to check equipment, but we'll do that with this guy, and if it needs to, we'll change it. So again, agility, equipment, let's give him a proximity mine, and loadout. Doesn't look like anything new yet. Has to be at least level 5. So, I apologize for the coughing. I'm kind of a little bit under the weather, and have been for a couple weeks now. And otherwise, there's nobody else to level up, so let's go to our mission map and see what missions we have to choose from. So we have this one, which I believe is an optional mission, which is normal difficulty, and we have our what I believe is the story missions, which is hard difficulty. So let's look at the two. Looks like one is securing a weapon cache and eliminating any gene stealer resistance. So essentially I secure something and then I eliminate all the gene stealers. And it looks like only one squad gets to go to that one. Now our optional mission, okay, that's a little different. It's survive a gene stealer ambush. We just have to survive for 16 turns. So I'm not sure how the optional missions are going to affect our future missions, because before, when we picked the optional mission, it actually limited what choices we had in the future. But because the mission objective is a little bit different, I'm thinking about going with that choice. Now, between the two squads, I think Aurelius has more people that need to level up to level 3, as opposed to Squad Severus. And before I do that, I forgot to load this guy out last time. Oh, and it looks like he has attributes points to assign as well. But the thing I forgot to pick was his skill, which was giving him the incinerator skill, which gives him extra shots with the flamer, which is what he has now, so that's a good choice. And it looks like I'm just going to divvy out the points evenly. We'll go back to our mission and we'll select the Last Stand mission, because I'm really curious how this is going to play out. We're going to go ahead and do Aurelius. As I said, there are 2 squad members that are still level 2 as opposed to just 1 in Squad Severus. So we'll go and do that. And I also want to do this mission because, as I said, the different objective. Now, gene stealers are cunning creatures and will take any opportunity to launch an ambush on unwary foes. The squad has fallen into one such ambush, but with your weapons and an indomitable will, you will survive and drive away the gene stealer filth. So yeah, as I said, not really a clear objective here, just survive. So
Sergeant of the squad.
Yeah.
Accept your orders.
So let's make sure. Okay, it looks like we have 1 deployment point. Okay, 2 deployment points at least. It looks like that's all I can see of the map. But from what I can see here, I don't know what I'm going to try and do here is maybe just like block off a section and hunker down with my full squad. And I don't think getting into 2 deployment zones would be a good idea with just 1 squad. So we'll go ahead and bring 1 guy down. We'll go ahead and turn, open the door. We'll step forward. And we'll put our Overwatch down.
Watching for enemy contact.
We'll do the same thing down here.
Ready as commanded.
Except,
Moving ahead.
it looks like we have a lot of spawn points down here. So what I'm going to do is just open the door and stay where he is to give myself a little bit more clearance.
Affirmative.
And the last normal Marine
The Emperor's
will
finest.
turn, open the door. Hold on a second. How many? Okay, he has enough action points to step forward one. And Overwatch.
Affirmative.
And the Flamer is going to go here
Squad deployed.
and here
With
so
all
that he
due
can
haste.
give this guy support if he needs it. And then the Librarian is going to just go here
Box
and
received,
put
Commander.
down an Overwatch as a
Going
backup,
to
because it
Overwatch.
looks like this is the area that most of the threat's going to come from. So we'll prepare for that. So that's our first turn. Hopefully, I mean, I can't tell 100% because this room is not really well lit, but I'm thinking this is a wall, and it looks like they can only come from these three directions, which we have pretty well locked down. So let's end our turn. Looks like we've got threats already. This may be where the mines come in handy, because we can lock down areas we can't see. So this guy, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to maybe block off this hallway with a mine. So let's un-overwatch him. Put him here, turn. Hopefully they can't get up on me in time to be a threat. And unfortunately, I can't really move a whole lot with him. I'm thinking of just turning and running, because I don't see any Gene Stealers spawned, so I'm just going to assume that they can't get to him this turn. Alright, now as far as what's up here, yeah, that's definitely a wall behind me. Okay. I'd like to get another mine down, but I just don't think I have the action points to do it. And it looks like this is the biggest threat, so I'd like to put a mine in this hallway. I don't know what kind of blast radius the mines have, though, so I don't know if putting them right next to me would be safe. So maybe I'll go to the junction of this hallway. He's got 6 action points, so you can go to the junction of this hallway, place it here, and then... oh, that would take 3 action points. He wouldn't be able to move very far away from it, though. I'm not sure if that's the best choice then. Because I'd only be able to step away from the mine one space if I do that. And I wouldn't be able to put down overwatches or anything. But I'm concerned about putting the mine right next to me, right outside the door, because it might kill me. As I said, I don't know what kind of blast radius they have. I kind of have a plan, but I don't know if it's a wise plan. So we'll do this.
Affirmative.
Oh, that's not what I want. Oh. Try and do
Moving
this
ahead.
a little bit more. And then he can't get out of the way. Gosh dang it. My plan was to flame the hall, block the Gene Stealer's ability to get to me, and then move up with the other guy, but that's not going to happen, so I'm just going to have to move here and pretty much waste my turn that way. I'm just not sure how I can put down a mine here and stay safe. Is pretty much what the problem is. So we'll just move back where we were. Put down an overwatch. And reload the bolter. Maybe I should have changed my skills so that I had the more overheat skill with this one so that I could keep up an overwatch a little bit more effectively. But unfortunately, that's not the case. I'm not really sure if I should move any more than I have. I'm thinking about bringing this guy up. And just waiting. Alright, we'll end the turn and see what happens.
Target.
Okay, so we put the mine down, so whatever is coming through this is not going to get to me without setting it off. I can put my overwatch down.
Order confirmed. Holding.
Looks like I have a gene stealer coming this way. Just to be a little bit more safe, I'm going to back up. Put my overwatch back up here.
Securing position.
Not sure how to tactically, think about this. Probably going to psychic blast this guy. Or we could kill that guy. Looks like we have more gene stealers coming up from this direction. Okay, we'll take this one out.
Death demands vengeance.
Main reason I didn't kill this one is because I want to see if I can kill multiple gene stealers with this one. I'm not sure if that's going to work though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They'd get right up in his face, but not be able to kill him this turn. And meditate. And turn this direction. Okay. The only thing I'm not sure of is just how to deal with, setting up another mine. I'd really like to do that because I think it would help lock this stuff down, but I just don't have the action points to do it. Which is a shame. It's like literally one off being able to do it. And I'm just afraid where the spawners are, they can essentially get it right up on him and blow up the mine. And I don't know what kind of radius these mines have. So we'll find out. We're on the turn. Okay, it looks like a number of spaces. It was here, it blew up all the way up to here. So possibly 2 spaces?
Enemy sighted.
Okay. Alright, I'm not sure if I'm going to survive this mission, honestly. This is looking not so great. Gonna move here. No, I'm not. Move here.
Targets.
Need to get the flamer so that I can take care of some of this threat. So here, and turn. Bring him back up. And Overwatch.
Let them come.
Sky backpedal.
Acknowledged.
Have the Flamer do what he does best. Which is kill some Gene Stealers. Okay. Bring him back to his
Advance,
spot.
brothers.
And
The
Overwatch.
enemy will fall before me.
Reload. So cool down.
Obstruction removed.
Reload. And I'm thinking about with the librarian of putting down a psychic barrier. This will buy me time. Think about putting it right here. And the Gene Stealer shouldn't be able to move through these flames, so that should hold them off for a little while. So we'll just use meditation because we're not using any other action points to get his skill points back. And we will double checking that we're ready to go. Cool off
Weapon
again.
functional.
He doesn't have any more skill points. Action points. And we should be ready. So let's end our turn. So 1G Stellar going down in flame. Here they come.
Xenos contact spotted.
Okay. So we can take care of this in a number of ways.
Obstruction removed.
Oh, come on! You had an 84% chance to hit him. Okay. Well, unfortunately,
Weapon at the ready.
his weapon is now very hot. That's either reload or cool down. If we reload, more than likely, his gun will overheat. If we cool down, it's likely he'll run out of bullets. So I don't think I have a choice of what my actions are going to be, so reload. This guy is going to backpedal.
Objective logged.
This guy is going to turn in this direction and attack with a wide field of fire. That seems to get the best result.
Cleanse and burn.
Okay. This guy will come back. Because this is taken care of, he won't put an Overwatch down. Instead, he will just reload his weapon. And this guy will use his remaining action point to turn back in this direction so he can deal with all three directions pretty much equally. Okay, as I said, I don't feel like I have a whole lot of options here as far as where I put my next barrier. So I'm going to put it here. This will allow this guy to have another turn to cool things down. And we have this guy has to now hold this corridor down pretty much. And I think that 3 of these gene stealers can't attack him this turn, so if he fails in killing those 3, we could have this guy being killed this turn, and that would be bad. But I don't know another way to prevent that from happening. So let's go ahead and end the turn. So they're trying to get through the door here, which is malfunctioned because of the flame. Wow, that's a lot of gene stealers in that area.
My bolter has failed.
Here comes the attack. Fortunately for us, he killed them.
Enemy inbound.
Okay, that's a lot of a lot of bad things. So we're going to backpedal. Going to backpedal. Going to put down flame. That's probably the best result we're going to get. We get an achievement out of that. Out of that. Not necessarily what we were going for, but it helps.
Moving out.
Okay, put our overwatch.
Watching for enemy contact.
Okay, what's happening over here is pretty much crucial. To help him out, we're going to use our librarian. Use his psychic ability. You know what? No, I'm not. Not yet.
Obstruction removed. They approach.
Okay. So there was a point to that. And that point is putting down a psychic barrier right there. Give this guy a turn to deal with his bolter, which is reloading and cooling it down,
Functional.
and then cooling it down again.
Operational.
And this guy can go ahead and put his overwatch up.
Flank secured.
Alright, so we're doing alright. The only thing is, though, we're eventually going to run out of flamer fuel, so this can only really help us out for so long before we're getting overwhelmed. And I guess what we'll do is we'll go ahead and use the meditate ability to get some of our psychic points back. And we'll end the turn. So we only have one overwatch that matters right now. But they can throw a lot of bodies at it.
My bolter has failed me.
Okay. So now I have to decide where to put the... well, I actually probably don't even need to put down flame. So, overheat here.
Obstruction removed.
Go ahead and fire.
Beware the alien.
And fire here. And he's not going to have enough action points to put down an overwatch. Well, he could, but it wouldn't do much good. So, reload and cool down.
Clear to fire.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think using a barrier in this direction would probably not do a whole lot of good, but we might still do it anyway. Okay, we'll kill this guy. Oh, come on! Fortunately, we only have enough action points to reload and put our Overwatch back up.
Flank secured.
This might be kind of a turn where we just take the Gene Stealers as they come, because there aren't that many this turn. And the main threat is below us here, and I don't want to have to use Flame if I don't have to. That's just not enough Gene Stealers, in my opinion, to warrant it. What I'm going to do here, though, is use my psychic abilities to kill one of these guys. And then I may turn to face this direction just because this is where a threat is going to be, possibly. I could have meditated there, but I would have preferred to just make sure I don't get a free hit on my librarian if they get through this guy. So let's end the turn.
Target. We have contact. My weapon is jammed.
You gotta be joking. Well, he killed that one, but I think this one gets an attack on him too. He only had to deal with 4 Gene Stealers, and his freaking bolter jammed on him, and he missed most of those shots. Okay, so now we have a problem here.
Advance, brothers.
Back up. Back up. Use the flame. Wide shot. Kill most of these guys off.
Our righteous
Bring this guy back. Have him reload and cool off.
weapon functional.
Definitely having the better heat option would have been the best choice in this mission. But not knowing how the mission was going to play out, I didn't know that, and honestly, I just didn't really think about it.
Securing area.
Okay. Well, again, it looks like we're pretty calm here. I actually might use a psychic barrier here just to delay the enemy. If I put it, I'm assuming there's a hallway. Ooh, that's a good point though. Can I assume that? I don't know if I can assume that there's a hallway here. I mean, this might be a too wide, so instead I'm going to put it in front of the door. That will block them off the most. Then I'll use the rest of his action points to meditate. And then this guy needs to reload and cool down his bolter.
Weapon functional.
Okay, so we're doing well. I have no idea. Okay, we're halfway through. And how many flamer fuel do we have? Well, we have half of his fuel. So halfway through half his fuel, that works out, I guess. But we've been so close to having our Marines die on us on a couple occasions here. We've actually gotten lucky when it comes to that.
Multiple targets acquired.
Okay. Whether it's worth putting down flame here, I'm not sure. What I am going to do is have this guy reload and cool down.
Resuming fire.
This guy needs to put down an Overwatch, although I don't think we're going to use it. And our librarian is going to put down another force barrier. Having the librarian here, I've realized, is really helping me a lot here, especially seeing how we have spawners like right on top of us. Now there's other ways we could have done this mission. We could have tried to rush these spawners and lock them all down. The only problem with that is being able to hold off the gene stealers. Blocking down all three of these might have been difficult. So we're going to stay pretty much in the same position we've had this turn. As I said, I'd love to get a mine up in there, but I don't think I have the action points to really pull it off. And from what I could see, the explosion is two space radius, so I'd like to put the mine here, but I'd have to at least get back to the current position I'm in, and I just don't have the action points to do that. Although I could try and do it next turn, but you know what, we might try and do that. I wouldn't be able to put an overwatch down, though, so if it only killed one of them, then the other ones would rush me and kill me, so I don't know how good it would be to use the mine in this particular instance. So let's go ahead and just end our turn. So this guy has to do his job now.
Beware the alien.
Well, the great thing about that force barrier is the aliens essentially line up for me so that I can then flame them and kill them all. So that kind of works in my favor. So let's... yeah, I'm not going to leave things to fate like I did in the past. So let's just backpedal.
Moving to target coordinates.
Use the flame to take care of these guys. So we're going to put down some flame. Doing wide attack again. Put it right there. Looks like it gets pretty much all of them except that one, but that's alright.
The machine spirits guide by fire.
I'm pretty sure the guy with the flamer is going to level up this turn. I mean this game. This mission, whatever. And Overwatch.
Watching for enemy contact.
And it looks like we only have one threat in this direction. Whether or not he's worth doing anything, I'm not sure, but I may use my psychic abilities here anyway. So, Psychic Storm. Looks like I can straight up kill that guy. And that's what we're going to do.
Target forward by my hand.
And then we'll meditate. And because our librarian is just pretty much staying stationary, he can use his psychic abilities every turn. So let's go ahead and end the turn. And we're getting really close to the end here. So this is, I think this is really working out. Once we had our close calls, I think, you know, now we're in a good position. Because now the contacts are getting further and further away and they're becoming less and less concentrated. So this guy is just going to shoot at him until he's dead.
Cleanse the monstrosity.
Which didn't take long. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They could get to him. The one there could get to him this turn.
Scanning for enemy movement.
We're just going to have faith that he can hold them off. Because I think to waste resources on that direction is not warranted yet. We've got 3 shots with the flamer still. We've only got 5 turns to go. I'm going to use the barrier ability again, which I'm going to put in the same spot I did last time, which is going to delay these guys another turn. Although we do have only 2 contacts there, and we have 3 contacts here. Looks like these guys have a little further to go, though. Because these guys, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, they can get to me this turn. As opposed to these guys, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can't. Huh. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing this one. Okay. And then meditate. Alright, how's your ammo situation? Good. This guy can reload. So everything's good. So let's enter turn.
We have contact.
Good. That should be the only one that could get us this turn. Perfect.
Weapon jammed.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised with that. Okay, well now we have another flamer candidate. Looks like those two contacts haven't changed, so maybe force barrier here would be advisable, because there's a lot more contacts in this direction than there are in that. So go ahead and do the force barrier first. So force barrier here. Lock set down for a turn. Use our meditation ability. Have our guy back up so we can get the flamer into action. Have him back up. And then we will flame. And again, that's the best we can do. Yet another achievement. I mean, that guy's just been taking them out left and right. Put him back. Have him reload. Then have him put an overwatch out.
Affirmative.
This guy come back over. Have him just put his overwatch out.
Scanning for enemy movement.
And this guy just needs to... Oh, didn't he shoot? I thought he shot last turn. Guess not. Okay, so everything is going to plan so far. We've got 4 more turns.
They are close, brothers.
Okie dokie. So that's a lot of contacts we have there. This time I think the flame needs to go in that direction. So we'll backpedal yet again. We only have 2 shots left, so I have to be a little selective with this stuff. Can't be using it every turn. Okay, that looks like the best deployment of that.
Cleanse the monstrosity.
Okay, have this guy come back.
Yes, Commander.
Oh no. That's... Sometimes it's difficult to tell whether you're selected on a guy or not, and that was kind of my bad because I assumed I had switched. Because I did click on the guy I wanted to use, but it just didn't register the click, I guess. Okay, so a definite force barrier is needed here. I'm going to put it right here, which is locking down those 2 directions. Okay, this guy's good. This guy needs to reload and cool down.
The machine spirits have answered my
We
prayers.
should be good for this turn. We do have some threats here, but they shouldn't be able to get me, I don't think, this turn. Hopefully these guys, if they can, redirect and go the other way around, which thins out down here a little bit. So let's end our turn. If not, it sets me up for another flamer shot. Okay, it does. Unfortunately, this is going to be my last shot with the flamer, and I only have 2 turns left. So not the best situation.
Clear a path.
Okay, so we're going to turn in this direction. Put down our flame yet again. Alright, so we have to trust ourselves for the next couple turns to be able to take care of this without the flamer.
The enemy will fall before me.
So, like Librarian, what are you going to do? I think in this case we're just going to psychically punch somebody, which is going to be this guy.
The machine spirits guide my fire.
And then meditate. Which I may have forgot to do last turn because it looked like we dipped down in psychic points there a little bit. But we have plenty and we're having a meditate every turn that we remember to do so. So let's end our turn.
They approach. Initiating attack protocol. Initiating attack protocol. Target.
Okay, so this is, I'm not sure if after this turn it counts as we've won, or we have yet another turn to go, but we'll find out here in a second. So, reload, and cool down.
Resuming fire.
Same thing over here. And from what I can see here,
Resuming fire.
the best course of action is to put down a force barrier, because we only have a threat in one direction. So let's do our force barrier, put it here again. We're not going to have another flamer shot, though. So that's alright, though. We'll just do another meditation, regain our points. And everybody should be set up, just double checking ammo. Okay, we should be ready, so let's end our turn.
We have contact. Enemy inbound. Enemy sighted.
Okay, and that was it. That was pretty much the mission. So, you know, not too bad. We had a couple opportunities where somebody could have gotten killed, but we managed it. I'm kind of curious how many kills we got here. 35 with the guy with the flamer. That's amazing. And our librarian only got 4 kills, but that was only the few times that he reached out and touched somebody with his mind, essentially. So that's a lot of kills and a lot of experience. So I imagine we're going to have, I don't know how many levels up here. Let's go ahead and finish out the mission. And hopefully we didn't end the other option, the other possible choice for the mission there. All right, we'll see in a second here. Okay, it doesn't look like it did. It looks like we can do the next mission. Okay, apparently we only had 2 levels up, so even though we got a lot of experience there, I wonder if this guy's going to level up twice, though, because if I remember correctly, he was level 2. But in any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed this playthrough of Space Hulk Ascension. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.